One cold winter morning, Ben walked through the icy forest to find firewood. The trees were covered in snow, and the air felt like needles on his skin. Suddenly, he heard a soft crying sound. Behind a bush, he saw a white wolf. Her paw was trapped under a heavy branch. Ben's heart raced. He remembered hurting a wolf by accident long ago. He still felt bad about it. "It's okay," Ben said softly. He carefully lifted the branch. The wolf pulled her paw free. She looked at Ben with golden eyes but didn't run away. "You're hurt," Ben said. The wolf's paw was bleeding. Ben tore a piece of his shirt and wrapped her paw. The wolf stayed still, letting him help. Ben named her Snow. Every day he left food outside his house, meat, berries, or fish. At first, Snow stayed far away, but slowly she came closer. Soon, she waited by his door every evening. Ben talked to her while she ate. "I'm sorry for what I did before," he said. Snow licked his hand, as if she forgave him. Winter grew colder. One night, Snow barked loudly outside Ben's door. Ben opened it and saw Snow's fur puffed up. She growled at the dark forest. Then Ben heard voices. Hunters. They wanted to catch Snow because her white fur was rare and valuable. "Hide, Snow," Ben said. But Snow ran toward the hunters, barking loudly. Ben grabbed a stick and followed. The hunters looked angry. "Go away," Ben shouted. Snow stood beside him, showing her sharp teeth. The hunters laughed at first, but Snow's growls scared them. They left, calling Ben crazy. Snow lay down, tired. Ben saw a cut on her leg. "You're so brave," he said, cleaning the wound. Snow rested her head on his lap. The next morning, Ben found 4 tiny wolf pups near the forest. They looked just like Snow. Their mother was gone, maybe hurt by the hunters. Snow gently pushed the pups toward Ben. "You want me to care for them?" Ben asked. Snow barked softly. Ben made a warm bed by the fire. The pups snuggled together and Snow watched as Ben fed them. Spring came. The pups grew bigger and stronger. One day, Snow led them back into the forest. Ben felt sad. "Goodbye," he whispered. But Snow returned every week with her pups. They played in Ben's yard, and he laughed more than he had in years. People in the village said, "Ben talks to wolves." But Ben didn't mind. He had true friends. Years passed. Ben's hair turned gray and his steps grew slower, but every week Snow and her 4 grown pups, now big, strong wolves, still visited. They played in his yard, chasing leaves or napping in the sun. Ben's laughter stayed loud and warm. One snowy winter, Ben caught a bad cold. He shivered under blankets, too weak to light the fire. Snow poured at his door that evening. When Ben didn't answer, she pushed it open. The wolves trotted inside. Snow lay beside Ben's bed, her thick fur warming his feet. Her pups curled around him like a living blanket. The next morning, villagers knocked on Ben's door. "Ben, we brought soup," they called. The wolves growled, guarding Ben. The villagers gasped. "The wolves are attacking him," one shouted. But then they saw Ben was asleep, smiling, his hand resting on Snow's head. The wolves weren't hurting him, they were protecting him. They're keeping him warm," a woman whispered. The villagers left the soup quietly. That night they left meat for the wolves too. Ben got better. When he opened his door again, Snow's tail wagged like a puppy's. The villagers no longer called Ben crazy. They smiled when they saw him walk in the forest with his wolf family. One spring day, Ben sat under his favorite tree, Snow beside him. The sun shone golden through the leaves. Ben closed his eyes, tired but happy. Snow rested her head on his lap, as she'd done long ago. Ben didn't wake up. The villagers buried him under the tree. Some say Snow and her pups howled that night, a sad, beautiful song. But Ben's story didn't end. Even now, if you walk near the forest at dusk, you might see shadows playing in the moonlight. A grey-haired man and 5 white wolves running together through the trees, forever friends. Moral: true friendship never ends. Kindness is remembered forever.